What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. FantasyTeamAdvisors.com, bringing home the bacon, MLB DFS video. It is Friday. It is October 18th, and we are back with a two-game slate. Not very many more of these two-game slates to go. This could be it. Once the MLB season gets into the World Series, we're going to shift our focus into NBA, which starts next week, which we are very excited about. So if you're new to the channel, since the end of NBA season of last season, hopefully you're in for a treat. We build lineups. We go through a lot of things. If you're new to the channel today, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the family. We have a ton of information. So we've got a ton of NFL content already out there. Go check that out. I'll post those at the end of this video as well. So we've got stacks. We've got everything. If you missed the showdown video from Thursday night, even though it was a very bad game, we still cashed with the lineups we built on that video. So we're very excited. We're going to have lineups. We're going to have videos. We're going to have everything for you. We have giveaways every single day. Here's how to win. Like the video, be a YouTube subscriber, and leave a comment on this video. That's the only way for the comment picker to pick you up. 50 likes on this video, you have a chance to win a free week of FTA+. That's every single sport that we have to offer. 100 likes on the video, a chance at a free month. 150 likes, a chance at a $200 free year. 200 or more likes on this video, a chance at a lifetime pass. So, this weekend we have MMA, we have NASCAR, MLB obviously, for today at least. NFL is huge. So I'm going to be doing a breakdown of the main slate that'll probably go out later today or early tomorrow. Again, I am going to a wedding, and I will be in a hotel all day and then the wedding. So it'll go out a little bit earlier than what you're used to. So make sure you have our bell notifications on. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over the pitchers. We're going to go over the batters. We're going to rank them in each order from each position. And then at the end, we'll build a lineup, maybe two. Just depends on what we've got. So sponsor today, as always, is Outlier.bet, and we will show you what Outlier.bet does when we get into breaking down this slate. So that being said, we are looking at ballpark factors. The wind is actually blowing from right to left, left center in Cleveland. So we saw a huge game yesterday on Thursday. Back and forth. Thought the Yankees were going to go up 3-0. They're up 2-1. So it's a good series. Hopefully the Yankees pull it off. But yeah, so we've got the wind blowing out. So that does have a chance. The problem, it has some... The wind is kind of, it's down. Even though it's blowing out, it's very cold. Obviously, the ball does not fly out when it's that cold. And then Citi Field, the Dodgers are 1-1 away from the World Series. They absolutely clobbered the Mets. So this is what you're going to see. The Mets are going to throw out David Peterson, but if he's in trouble early, they're going to yank him. That's the problem. So being on the brink, he could get yanked in the first inning. So I'm scared to use him, and the Dodgers have just been hitting very, very well. So that being said, let's break it down. So we've got first game early, Dodgers-Mets, Flaherty versus David Peterson. We obviously know Flaherty is a great pitcher. Just pitched against this team 5 days ago, put up 29.4 fantasy points, 7 innings, 6 Ks. He's probably my number one pitcher for today. In fact, he is, and he's got a great matchup here. The only problem is, seeing as how these teams just saw each other, and obviously they might get used to pitching against each other or hitting against the pitcher, but he's had success against them, and the Mets, the past couple of games, have just looked not good, not like they haven't belonged or they shouldn't be there. So I love Flaherty here, and under 9K is exactly what you would like to see. Then, like I said, David Peterson, he last pitched, same game, 2.1 innings, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 2 strikeouts, only 2.3 fantasy points. He was 7,400. They've dropped him down to 6,500. I don't trust him. The Dodgers are a very good team. I think he gets pulled early, especially if he gets into trouble. Any trouble early, he is out. So do not be surprised if the bullpen is already warming up as soon as the first pitch is pitched in this game. It is a massive ballpark for pitchers, so I do love Jack Flaherty. I can't trust David Peterson here at all. So then here's what we do. We go into Outlier. We go to start betting. We look at these, and we'll give a couple bets after as well using this. So Obviously, all of these insights are down below. You can find that in our Discord. So that is a completely free Discord. So jump in there. We're going to start having Discord contests and giveaways as well once the NBA season rolls around. So we're very excited about what happened. And we have giveaways in every single NBA video as well. If you guys were with us last year, a lot of you won free content. Okay, so we're going to go into games. Then we're going to go in. I love to see how all of these are filling out, because that means we've got sports galore. Okay, so the first game here, Dodgers at the Mets. I don't see how the Mets have any success here. Again, though, you could stack them against Flaherty because maybe that's not the thing to do, but you could. So then what I love about Outlier, you can look at the starting pitcher, you can look at and then these are the bats. So the batter stats against, so BVP or batter splits is a huge thing for here. So you can see against David Peterson, Will Smith has a home run. Muncy has a home run. Muncy's got a huge on-base game streak going. Teoscar Hernandez has a home run, who's kind of struggled a little bit. Freeman has 2 home runs. Did not start yesterday. It is a lefty-on-lefty matchup, but I think he'll start in this game, unless something's going on outside of what his foot problem is. But then we look at the batter split. You can see Barnes, if he starts, 368 batting average against lefties this year. Will Smith, 258 with 8 bombs. You got Mookie Betts, 4 bombs. You got Edman, 4 bombs. Freeman, 7 bombs, lefty-on-lefty matchup. Kike Hernandez is on fire right now. He's still a cheap option for you. Muncy I would still use. Teoscar Hernandez batted 290 and 11 home runs against lefties in the regular season. Andy Pajes, I don't think he'll start, but he's got 3 bombs. And then Ohtani obviously has 12 of his 54 against left-handed pitching. I'm not going Peterson. I'm stacking the Dodgers. I'm stacking the Dodgers. That's pretty much what I would go in this situation. And then Mets bats against Flaherty. Marte has a home run and Winker has a home run. That's it. And then against right-handed pitching this year, you can see there's a lot of red compared to green, meaning they don't hit righties as well. If you were to take any of these bats, like Alonso had 25 bombs, batted 241. Lindor obviously is a stud, 22 home runs, 277. McNeil 240, bat with 10 bombs. Vientos 20 bombs. Nimmo had 19. Jesse Winker had 13. These all hit well. I just don't see it today. I fully expect David Peterson not to go more than 2 innings. I just have a feeling they're going to jump Element early, and he is out, and I don't want you guys to get screwed. So that is my thought in that game. And then we've got the Yankees at Guardians. You got Luis Hill versus Gavin Williams. Hill, this is the problem. This is what I'm a little concerned about. He has not pitched since September 28th. It's been 3 weeks for a reason. He faced Cleveland once this year, only went 3 innings. 3 earned runs, 6 walks. That was the problem. The walks were a problem for him. Was that in Cleveland? No, that was at home on August. They lost that game 9-5. He did not do well, but the only concern I have is he has not pitched in 3 weeks against an actual game setting. Yeah, game sims are different. I don't count that. You got Gavin Williams. Gavin Williams had a 4.86 ERA, a 3-10 record on the year. Did well. He has not. It's been a month, almost a full month since he has pitched. Splits wise, he faced the Yankees once this year. 4.1 innings, got the loss. 3 earned runs, 4 walks, 5 Ks. The Yankees are hitting. Judge obviously had a monster home run yesterday. So did Stanton. They just had a really good game. Just it went too long. I do not like Gavin Williams here. Now, again, if you want to be against the grain, Gavin Williams, David Peterson, I'm okay with. That's if you make like 20 lineups. I would not go in that direction if that's where I was at. So looking at this game, you can see Yankees bats against Williams. Judge has a home run, and that's it. But the way they're hitting, everyone in this lineup is good to go. Austin Wells is struggling. I fully expect him to start. Rizzo should get the start again. He's been on fire. Wells had 13 bombs against righties this year. He's just been they're pitching him very high, and he's still swinging, and I don't know why. But pretty much everyone in this lineup I would stack for the Yankees outside of probably Austin Wells. Glaber is a stud leading off. I would look at him. Stanton, Judge, Rizzo has been on fire the postseason. Chisholm had a double. The problem is the Yankees get on base and then they get out on the base paths. They get picked off. They get in stupid rundowns. That's the only downside that they have had this off or for the most part of the season. I think they're the worst base running team this year. I think overall. But yeah, everyone in this lineup I'm good to go with here. Outside of Austin Wells, if I were to stack. Then Cleveland against Heel. No home run. Oh, Rocchio has a home run, and he's been pretty good this season and this postseason. Outside of that, like Naylor struggled a little bit. Jose Ramirez had a double yesterday, but he struggled overall. Brennan makes sense. Manzardo could make sense. It just depends on the lineup that comes out that I would look at. So weather is not a concern for these games. It's just going to be cold. And yeah, that's the breakdown of the two games. What we're going to do is we are going to give you each position and the order that we like. So number one pitcher today is Jack Flaherty. Number 2, I think, is Luis Heel. Number 3 is Gavin Williams. Number 4 is David Peterson. Then you're going to get into the bullpen because, again, I do not trust David Peterson to be out there for very long whatsoever. Looking at the catcher position today. Number 1, I've got Will Smith. 2, I've got Francisco Alvarez, which, again, I don't love the Mets today. 3, I've got Bo Naylor. I think he's going to start over Austin Hedges. And then number 4 is Austin Wells, just because he has not been hitting. If you look at Austin Wells, he has not had a good game. Yeah, zeros. Zeros except for 2 games, the first 2 games of that division series. And that has been it. So he's still out there. You know, he did not start yesterday, but I don't think Trevino is going to get the start again. They just run all over him, and they can't afford to give up stolen bases. So, yeah, I've got Austin Wells, number 4. First base, again, Ohtani is obviously there. But I've got Freddie Freeman if he's starting. I've got him number 1. Number 2, I've got Pete Alonso. 3, I've got Anthony Rizzo. 4, Josh Naylor. Moving to second base, I've got Gleyber number 1. Andres Jimenez number 2. Number 3 is Jose Iglesias. 4 is Gavin Lux. You could throw Chris Taylor in there, but I don't think he starts either. Third base, number 1, I've got Jose Ramirez. 2, I've got Max Muncy. 3, Jazz. 4, Mark Vientos. Mark Vientos has been absolutely on fire this postseason and this year, really coming out of nowhere. 31 home runs on the year in the season long, or in the regular season. But you can see he's been hitting home runs. I mean, 17 fantasy points yesterday in that blowout loss. Had a home run 2 games before that. 2 home runs against the Phillies. Like, he's been on fire. So, yeah. That's where I would look at for third base. Moving to shortstop, number 1, I've actually got Tommy Edman over Lindor. He's just got good numbers here against lefties. I don't know if you'll even see him here, but I've got him number 1. Number 2 is Lindor. He's a stud, but I like Flaherty today. 3 is Volpe, who's been heating up. If you look at what Volpe's done in this, like, back-to-back double digits, double last night, 2 hits the night before, 2 runs, only 1 strike. The strikeouts have been very low. He's been getting on base with walks. You can see 4 walks in these 3 games. Better swings, and it looks like the first month and a half of his season, if you look, I don't think I can go all the way back. Yeah, I can. You can see the first month he was on fire, and then he kind of slowed down. First couple of months he had a good season, and then he slowed down, and then he looks like he's locked in, ready to go. So I do have Volpe there. Rocchio is the last one that I would look at here. I don't think Oswaldo Cabrera gets in this game. He could as a pinch hitter, I guess, or a runner. It'll just depend on what the game does. Then we get to the outfield. Obviously, Ohtani's number 1. He could be first base or outfield. I get that. Number 2, I've got Juan Soto. 3, I've got Mookie Betts. 4, I've got Aaron Judge. 5, I've got Teoscar Hernandez. 6, I've got Stephen Kwan. 7, I've got Giancarlo Stanton. 8, Brandon Nimmo. 9, Alex Verdugo. And number 10, I've got Lane Thomas. Those are our top 10s at each position. Now, what I want to do is build a lineup, or build a couple of lineups here at the end for you. So usually you don't like to take a batter against your pitcher in the regular season because, usually you have 30 teams. You've got different pitchers to be able to look at. But today, the playoffs, I think you're able to do that a little bit. So I think the only two pitchers you can really take today and feel comfortable with are these two. Now, if anything gets done early, obviously the bullpens are going to come in. But I think we can look at that. So if we were to go with that and you still want to go with some sort of outfield or stack of the Yankees, I think you can still go catcher-wise. Bo Naylor gets in there. Again, I don't trust it. Andres Jimenez gets in there. I like he's a stud. First base, Rizzo. I would look at Rizzo. Third base, Jazz. He needs to start stepping up a little bit. I get that. Volpe, I love Volpe here. Love Soto. So then that gives us 4,300 to go. Lane Thomas obviously has been a godsend for Cleveland this year. Then we're at 4,500 for an outfielder. Depending on where we're at, we could go Stanton. You could go Quan. You could go different directions. So Stanton's been absolutely on fire. He is amazing in the playoffs for the Yankees. This is one lineup that you could go with. So I'm going to enter this lineup, and then we're going to build a different lineup. So if we were to go a different direction, and you wanted to look at just depending on how we build this out here, I think we go both of these pitchers again. I think we get Will Smith, who has great numbers against the lefty. Kike Hernandez, which, again, I'm all in on a Dodgers stack today. I think they clinch it tonight. I don't think it's particularly close. I think it could be another blowout. It'll just really depend on how quickly David Peterson gets the hook and how quickly the bullpen comes in. So I still want to go with a Yankee stack here. I'm looking at Judge. So we got two left, 4,500. I think we can get Stanton in here, and I think, you could get Quan, but I'm not going with him. We could get Verdugo. That's another Yankee stack. Yankees-Dodgers, a 5-3 stack for the Yankees and the Dodgers. I think that's pretty much the way this game might go. We will see. Again, so today we've got these two games. Tomorrow, and depending if the Dodgers clinch. So if the Dodgers clinch today, this is probably the last baseball video we have for the year and the last baseball content, because there's only going to be one game showdown the rest of the way, and anything can happen in a showdown. Maybe we'll do videos for that. It depends if you guys play the showdowns. I know a lot of people don't. So what we'll do is we'll just see if that is the case. This is probably the last night for baseball for us. And if it is, I want to thank you guys for this incredible season. You guys pushed us past 10,000 YouTube subscribers, which has been a goal since I started the channel back in 2015. So thank you guys so much. Took a very long time. Took 9 years to get to 10,000, but I couldn't do it without each and every one of you interacting with these videos, liking the videos, subscribing, and sharing the videos. So that is the breakdown. Now let's use Outlier, and let's use it for building a couple of prop bets here. So absolutely love prop bets. You guys know we love sports betting here. We are going to go with games. So this is what I love. So you go to games, then let's say you go here, you go player props, and it's built right in. So that's what I love. So we can go with hits. We can do let's just do a hit parlay or a hit bet. So you look at, Kike Hernandez. You want to go with hits. Over 1. So 1 plus hit. Or 2 plus hits. But what we can do is let's go with bases. So you come down, and you can do this, or home runs, just depending. If you want to do a sneaky home run one, that's completely fine. But what I would look at would be, and you can see, so bases. So I think Mookie Betts, I'm going to go, depending on what you've got, you can see each one is different. 2 plus bases is only on Bet365. 4 is 420. I mean, that's a home run. 425 on DraftKings. So you can see Will Smith here, whichever one you're building on. So if you think it's 2 plus, these are the ones I would look at. I would look at Mookie Betts, 2 plus bases. I would look at Will Smith, 2 plus bases. I would look at Ohtani, 2 plus bases. I would look at Teoscar Hernandez 2+ bases. Those would be the bets or props that I would look at in this game. Just depending on what you want to look at. I think Dodgers money line, and I think those as, and you can break it down, make it simpler. You can break it down to 1+ hit in a same game parlay. So you can, do same game parlay with them. You could go to the Yankees here, go to player props, game props, whatever it is. I would be looking at Gleyber Torres, 2+ bases. I would look at probably be looking at Giancarlo Stanton, 2+ bases. Volpe, I don't mind. I would look at him as well. Judge, just depending on where you're at, I would look at all of these 2+ bases. You could break it down even further and go hits. Steven Kwan, I think, gets a hit, so 1+ hit or 2+ bases for Kwan. I think Jose Ramirez continues his little hot streak here. I think he gets 2+ bases here. Juan Soto, 2+ bases as well. So I don't mind these little props. You can do same game parlay X, and you can add them together and see what the odds would be. So let me pause the video. Let me log into DraftKings Sportsbook, get those bets in there for you, and show you what a same game parlay might look like here. Okay, for instance, I put 4 picks at each, so 2+ for Kiki, 2+ bases for Kiki, Mookie Betts 2+, Ohtani 2+, Teoscar Hernandez 2+. Then for the Yankees, Volpe, Stanton, Gleyber, and Soto, both for 2+. Then we bring it down to use a bonus available because they have it. Pop that up, 89,000. You could go $5 to win 4,400. Obviously, this is a huge odds, but I think we can have some fun. So that's what I've got today. Good luck. As always, let's bring home some bacon. Peace.